There are people right now making $20,000 a month with AI by doing work so simple they could teach it to their niece over a weekend. And they're not building AI agents, they're not raising capital, they're not even particularly good at AI. They just figured out one specific thing, and the moment you see what it is, like, you can't unsee it. And I'm gonna walk you through 5 of the laziest ways that anybody is making real money with AI in 2026. I'm not talking theoretical, I'm not talking this might work someday, I'm talking like real offers I've found, real dollar amounts, real businesses are paying for it right now. And the reason all of these work out is not because the people running them are smarter than you, it's because they figured out the one rule that the rest of the internet keeps getting wrong. So stick with me, because the 5th one, the one I'm saving for the end here, is honestly the laziest of all. And it's this one girl that I know who's using it to pull anywhere between $20,000 and $50,000 a month, doing about an hour of real work a day. So let me give you the rule first, because if you don't get this part right, none of the rest of this lands or matters. Here it is. You cannot build a real business if you're lazy. That's just the truth. Like a business, building demand from scratch, finding customers, convincing them, earning their trust, like that's a full-time job, that's a full-time battle, that's a full-time war. Lazy people will lose that war every single time. But you don't have to build a business. You can attach yourself to a business that's already making money and just remove annoying tasks for them. So that's the entire game throughout this entire thing. You didn't invent the demand, you don't need to. You don't have to try to convince anybody of anything. You walk into a business that already has customers, already has revenue, already has problems that AI can fix, and you just fix one of them. And then you fix another one, and you charge them for it. Like, that's it, that's the whole playbook. Now, let me show you the 5 ways you can actually run this. Lazy way number 1, sell simple installations to small business owners who are scared of AI. You know, most small business owners do not want to learn AI. They just don't want to use it. They're flat out terrified of it. They know that they need it. They just don't want to deal with it. So they're sitting there right now waiting for someone like you to walk in and click buttons for them. Quick example, there's a piece of software out there called ManyChat. Maybe you've heard of it. It costs small businesses like $25 a month, but what it does is it auto replies to messages on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok but here's the thing, most small businesses miss messages on their social medias from people who want to do business with them. So if they're on these platforms, you can guarantee they probably have some missed messages for that new deck, that new roof, that chiropractic appointment, whatever it is. But every missed message is a lead that company paid to get, and then they just dropped it. They let it go. So setting up ManyChat for someone takes like 3 or 4 clicks, maybe like 20 minutes if you're really brand new to it and don't know how to use a computer. And the going rate to install ManyChat for small businesses, it usually runs from anywhere between like a couple $100 and a couple $1,000, depending on how custom you want it to go. So let me say that again, 3 or 4 clicks, 20 minutes worth of work, a few $1,000. That's not a hack, that's not a scam, that's somebody charging real money for a real service, for a real business that they actually need. And almost nobody on Main Street USA can do it for themselves. So you can pick 3 tools like that, like a ManyChat or like a missed call text back system, a review automation, and you can learn how to get the installs. Just learn how to do it. You walk into 10 small businesses in your town and you're like, hey, do you want this? And you're done. Now, hang on, because lazy way number 2 is honestly a little hilarious, and it tells you everything you need to know about where the market really is right now. So lazy way number 2, humanize AI content. You heard that right. Fiverr reported just last week there was a 641% increase in searches for freelancers who can humanize AI content. 641% in 1 quarter. Translation here, a massive number of small business owners and agencies are using AI to crank out content. They know that the content sounds robotic. They know it doesn't convert well, so they want somebody to go in and fix it. They don't want to write it themselves, and they don't want to learn the tool to fix it themselves. So the job is dead simple. You just read the AI output, you tighten it up, you add real voice and real human language, you pull out the corporate filler, you make it sound like a human being that actually wrote it. And if you get good at this, you can charge anywhere from $50 to $500 a piece. And you could do 4 or 5 of these a day and boom, you got it, right? The market is screaming for this stuff. Almost nobody though is positioning themselves to actually grab it. So that gap right there, that's free money. Lazy way number 3, build one small automation and sell it to 100 people. And this is where like the real lazy money lives. Don't build something new every single time. You build one thing once and you kind of package it and you sell it to anybody who has the same problem. Some of those things that are working right now is like we do one ourselves in our little agency. We do a missed call text back. Like if someone calls your business and you miss it, it texts them right away. Hey, do you need some help? What can I do with you? Whatever. So when somebody calls it and the business doesn't pick up, it just automatically handles it for them. And because, a lot of businesses miss their phone calls and they never actually respond, or when they do call back, it's like the next day, whatever it is. But we can sell that for a few $100 up to a few $1,000s per install. Sometimes we sell that for a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 per month. Now, there's also a review request automation, which basically every time someone does business with you, like when you complete a job, it auto asks every customer for a Google review. Either 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours after the job. If they don't do the review, it reminds them a couple days later. So that one is really, really good. There's also like an estimate follow-up system because there's so many people who go out and do an estimate for a roof, for landscaping, for a fence or whatever, and they like send the quote, but they never send any more questions, thoughts, comments, follow-ups, like nothing. So it just goes dead and businesses wonder why and they just get so busy doing that. So that's another really good one. But every single one of these is built one time. And after that, you're just deploying the same thing over and over and over again. Now, who do you sell these to? Well, this is the part that most people get wrong. They try to go chase like these tech startups and e-commerce brands and online businesses. I think that's the wrong target. I think the real money is in local boring businesses. Dentists, roofers, realtors, gyms, med spas, accountants, like any of the trades. These businesses have money and they have real problems. And they have a stack of like missed calls and lost leads and broken follow-up that's like bleeding money out of every single week of their business. And they do not want an AI revolution, right? They want somebody to pick up their missed calls. They want somebody to follow up with them so they don't have to. They want better reviews and they don't want to click 100 buttons to get them. The roofer just wants to build roofs. He does not want to be the tech support guy. So if you can clean up the ancillary stuff for him, the CRM, the follow-up, the review chasing, the invoicing, he will pay you to do it for the rest of his life. Hang on, because the next two are even better. Lazy way number 4, you sell lead lists to businesses that already pay for leads. This one is like the cheat code, right? And still nobody talks about it. Here's the play. Here's what you do, right? Businesses that thrive on cold outreach, and there's a lot of them, they're constantly buying lists of leads to call. And there are sites all over the internet that sell these lists, like Data Axle and Apollo and Appify, you can scrape lists, but pick your poison. You pull the list, you filter, you clean it up, and then you sell it to the right kind of businesses. And let me give you the example that always blows people's minds. A roofer in a local market that gets storms, like I'm from Minnesota, so somewhere in the Midwest, there's like a hailstorm that rolls through. And the moment that storm passes, you just pull a list of homeowners in that affected zip code, maybe 500, maybe 1,000, and you sell that list to 3 or 4 roofers in the area for a few $100 each, and they go make tens of thousands of dollars in roof replacements because of it. Because every single one of those homeowners now has hail damage. They're about to file an insurance claim anyways. You did 1 hour of work, you used public data sources, and you solved a real problem for these small local businesses. And every single roofer on that list is gonna call you the next time a storm hits. Like that's not a hustle, that's not like a scam. That's like a clean, valuable, repeatable service that somebody's gonna do anyway. It might as well be you. Now, lazy way number 5, the one I told you about at the start, like the laziest of them all, you sell finished marketing assets. Like not AI tools, not AI services, finished assets. Business owners don't care that the content was made with AI, and they genuinely don't care. What they care about is whether it actually gets attention, whether it brings in leads, whether it makes some money. That's the only scoreboard that actually matters to them. So instead of selling AI video creation as a service, you sell finished marketing videos. Instead of selling AI copywriting, you sell finished ads. Instead of selling AI image generation, you sell complete social media post package with image and copy and hashtags, like the whole thing, ready to publish, ready to schedule. Now, Fiverr, again, reported a 480% increase in searches for faceless YouTube videos in the last couple of months alone. So the market is like wide open. Almost nobody on Main Street USA again can produce this kind of stuff for themselves. And listen, I know a girl, I've hired her in the past, and I know her. She runs an entire social media management business this way. She produces like 30 posts a month for each of her clients. AI does all the heavy lifting on the content. She schedules everything automatically with AI. She posts everything with AI. She manages it with AI. She automatically sends reports. She doesn't even touch it anymore. And depending on how many clients she's running, she pulls anywhere between $20,000 and $50,000 a month. 30 posts a month per client. That's it. Like, she's not a creative genius. She's not a marketing prodigy. She just figured out that businesses don't want to think about social media anymore. They just want somebody to handle it, so she handles it. It's lazy, it's repeatable, it's profitable. Now, here's a pattern that connects all 5 of these. None of these are actually about AI. AI is just a tool. The work that pays the same work as it always was, always will be, solving real problems for real businesses that already have money. AI just lets you do the work faster, cheaper, and without a giant team. So there's a line that I use a lot, and you might want to think about this one. You should stop looking for customers. You should start being findable to the ones who are already looking. Because there are dentists and roofers and realtors already searching for somebody to fix their stuff right now, today. They've been searching for months. And every one of these 5 lazy paths is somebody walking in and saying like, I'll do it for a fair price. I'll do it this week. Like, that's the whole game. That's the whole thing. So if you want the laziest path forward, here's exactly what I do this week. Pick one of the 5. Don't try to do all of them, just one, because we're too lazy to do all 5 of them. Why would you ever do that? Learn it well enough to walk somebody through the installation. Pick 5 local businesses in your town. Send each one a quick Loom video, 60 seconds, just showing them what's broken on their website or their funnel or their ad or their follow-up or whatever, and just offer to fix it for a clean dollar amount. $1,000, $2,000, whatever. I mean, whatever the work warrants, right? But out of 5 looms, you'll probably get 1 yes. Even if you're kind of awkward and shy or whatever, maybe get 2. But that's like a couple $1,000 every single month. And next month, you can do that again and again and again. You can do it from your kitchen table. You can do it from your bed. You can do like whatever. But you can do the work that took you a weekend to learn. And that's the laziest way to make real money with AI in 2026. Like, not get rich quick, not magic, not mystery. You're not going to have like a life-changing business here, but you can plug into something that already works. You can fix something that's already broken. You can charge a fair price for it. And the lazy people who get this, and only the ones that actually do it, are going to print money. For the next 2 or 3 years, before the rest of the internet kind of catches up, the rest of the people are going to keep watching videos like this one and never get started. So you already know which one you're going to do, which one you're going to be. So go pick the one that fits you and run with it.